starting it. So in 3, 2, 1, it should be good to go. We should be live. So you just ruined your tweet about the stream.
Ruined it or made it better?
So we just got this podcast started, and Sharp goes to share the tweet, and he spells a word wrong. When I wanna ask you ever do that on purpose? Because I do.
Spell words wrong?
Sometimes I do, because it'll get. Maybe I shouldn't be giving this secret out, but sometimes it'll get more traction because I spell something wrong. Because people will like jump the gun on it. Back
in the day, I feel like Twitter has immensely helped my grammar, because back in the day, I used to tweet and I'd have a bot reply to my tweets, correcting my grammar. It was like grammar police or something, and they would reply to all my tweets. And I'm like, I'd have my mom calling me talking about how bad my grammar is and all this stuff. I'm like, it's just Twitter.
It's just
exactly,
I take
this shit
dude.
Serious.
It is 100% just Twitter, dude. 100% just Twitter. But yeah, I mean, once you start, Twitter's like a savage world though too. So like they'll really like eat you alive for that type of shit too.
Oh, because everyone's a genius on there.
Yeah, the your thing is always like that. Just never gets old for people, huh? You know what I mean? The your, your, and your.
You and your, there.
You know, I'm actually a little upset on how less often people do correct people with theirs.
With theirs?
Yeah, because I think that's pretty easy. I think that's like they're spelled drastically different. You know, it's like, okay, are we rocking an apostrophe for this one? Or are we not? Are we, you know, are we showing ownership here? It's like there, you know, going there, or that object there, or whatever, place there, you know, it's clearly they're different, but
yeah,
I don't know, dude. It's been a fucking like 20 years since I was in school. It's fucking actually like really, it's you know,
it's probably been like what, 12 for you or something?
12. I'm coming up on my 15-year class reunion.
Jeez, you going? Do they have like reunions for that?
Fuck yeah, me and my class are tight.
Oh, so you're gonna go to that?
Yeah, I go. That's why we just went to Ohio in August. I do that shit with my class. We're cool. Like I graduated with a class of like 50 people. You know, from my main school. Well, I also graduated from a vocational school. So the last 2 years of my schooling, I went to this like a bigger school and graduated with like a class of like 800. Do you have a big class?
Bro, I went to a pretty big school, so I couldn't tell you how many were in my graduating class.
You had people in your grade you didn't even know.
Oh, 100%.
There was
kids in my grade that I never came in contact with.
That's wild to me. That's wild. Like I know every face and name of my classmates. I can tell you like personal shit about them. Probably. Jesus. I could probably name most of their spouses. Probably 60% of my grade I know their spouses. You know what I mean? But I mean that's the culture difference though too. Is like just like different areas and whatnot. Do you wish you would have had a closer relationship with your?
Well, see, my problem was like I moved when I was going into 7th grade.
Oh, gotcha.
So all the kids that like I had gone to 1st grade all the way up to 7th grade with, that I was like
tight
cool with, like
yeah,
I would hang out after school, and you know, I moved away from all those people, and then when I moved to Kentucky, back to Kentucky, like I don't know. That's kind of when I got more into video games, because
I was gonna ask that. Do you think having a larger grade and not having like that tighter knit homie group, do you think that made you the gamer that you are today?
I for sure think that, because I had like a couple friends around my neighborhood, and then like funny enough, most of the people, and really the only person I still talk to from when I went to high school, met me because I was a gamer. Like I was in my junior U.S. history class. When they called my name, he turned around and was like, "Yo, you're that dude who's like really good at Call of Duty, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "We gotta play sometime, bro." And like he still stops by my stream, and you know, we still fucking. I mean, I haven't seen him in a while, but I mean, if he was ever in Kentucky, I'd hang out with him again.
That makes sense, because like I didn't really get into gaming till, I mean, like when I was in high school, we played this game called Enemy Territory. And like I got into that, but it was like such a non-popular game, and there's like nobody that really did it, so it was like such a different thing. But like when I really got into gaming, when I got like my first PlayStation, I was like 21. You know what I mean? So like
I got into gaming early.
Yeah, if I would have gotten into gaming early, I would have like in my teenage year, because it's clearly I'm like evident I'm into it. Because like when I got a console, it was like, oh, lights out. You know, it's like I got MW2, and then within a few months, I'm like already seeing like agony YouTube videos, and then I was just like, I'm hooked. I gotta start making YouTube videos. This is a good time. It was 2010. When did MW2 come out?
November 2009.
2009. Yeah, which would okay, so it makes sense because it wasn't that winter. I got MW2 and a PlayStation when it was like fresh off the like it was
off the market.
Well, it was like building already. It was already like building. The hype was already there. All my friends were like, you know, because it was winter time. All my friends were like, dude, you gotta get a fucking PlayStation. You gotta play MW2. I'm like, dude, I'm not about games. And here we are now.
All into it.
Here we are now. So yeah, man, I don't know, man. Maybe if I didn't have all these fucking losers that I hung out with in school all the time, and I would have just played games, maybe I'd be more successful. Maybe I wouldn't be such a like out of touch boomer, huh?
Are any of your your old friends from high school surprised that you do what you do, like as a gamer?
Yeah, like they all were. It took like a solid, dude. Even as a designer, it took like a solid 2 to 3 years till people like, oh yeah, he does this. They're just like, so like, what do? So like you make graphics online and you give it to people and you actually make money for that? Yeah, dude. They're like, fuck it. What that's cool.
Ham actually plays with, because he moved back to California, so he plays with a guy that he, knew before he was a gamer. And I guess like this guy is like mind blown that he plays as many games as he does. Because Ham didn't get into games until like Gears of War 2 or 3 or some shit like that.
Yeah,
but Ham's like the biggest gamer I know.
But that's like the same. That's the equivalent. It's like I got like all these friends that played like RuneScape, League of Legends, and Smite, and like all these other games out there in the world. And it's just like I just been primarily a shooter, like 21 hit, MW2 hit. It was like COD for years, and it was like, then it was like a little Battlefield, and then it was like, whatever these games have been these last few years. You know what I'm saying?
Just shooting games. That's kind of the same I am. I don't really play too many like single player or MMOs or whatever they are.
I just don't. I want to like them because I see how much fun other people have with them, but I don't know, dude. I can't get into it.
Nope.
Just not my cup of tea. What have you been playing lately then?
Honestly, I haven't really been gaming too much. I feel like I kind of got really I was really into Warzone, and then I mean the hacking got a little out of hand. There's a lot of people cheating.
It's still bad, right?
Oh yeah, it's like even worse than it was.
I thought tryhards were the ones that were ruining gaming. I didn't think it was hackers. That's
well, that
crazy.
too. The skill based matchmaking,
is it ass on Warzone?
I mean, I get in the lobbies. Every person that I play with has MFAM in their tag. I'm like, the amount of TikToks and just your average everyday person I see playing Warzone and talking about Warzone in the gulag, there's no way this many MFAM kids are in my game. Where are the Joe Schmoes at?
But fucking he's like the biggest streamer right now, right? Or
oh yeah, 100%. But I don't know. It's just,
I mean, think of when Ninja was the big dog and Fortnite was really hot, all the little fucking ninja minions running around and shit. But he didn't have a tag or something to so who knows how many little ghost minions were running around that you just got shit on by a little 13-year-old building up on you, and you didn't even know that that was a ninja guy. That was a ninja viewer.
Ninja viewers can't even reach the keyboard. They're playing with their little controller, and they were building the one ramp.
But now they're gods at it. Now they stream snipe everybody.
Oh, 100%. I can't stand Fortnite. I hate it because it was actually a good game.
2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Season 2 to season 6-ish, maybe. I'd argue. I don't know. I mean, that was obviously
matchmaking though.
That was obvious. That was the growth of it, for sure. but it was like fun too. But like
Yeah.
BRs in general were fun at that time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could play that. You remember? Did you ever play that Islands of Nine?
No.
It was like a busted ass janky BR, but it was fun as fuck.
The only like really busted BR I played was the culling.
The culling? I've never even heard. Oh, that's the one where you like start off
with nothing.
Yeah.
And you have to like
just
fight
in your
to
underwear.
get into like you have to like fight to get into like a center ring and I don't know. That game was cheap.
Yeah, I've never played that. Rings of Elysium was good. But I don't know. I'm burnt out on BRs. I'm good. I've been
I kind of agree with that as well. I really liked when Call of Duty first came out. Like, I miss
Blackout was good.
Yeah, Blackout wasn't bad, but it's the same thing. Like, once you win a couple times, then it's just like, unless you're pulling in hundreds, thousands of viewers, like, it's just boring to play. Like, I understand why the people that get 10,000 viewers. If I got 10,000 viewers fucking sitting here twiddling my fingers like this, I would be on stream like
just big chilling all the time.
I'd be like, what's going on, guys?
You know, that's one thing that I've said like throughout these years that I think Call of Duty has gone in like a really bad direction. Well, one, it's like too many games. Like we talked about that so many times. It's like, you know, how different would Call of Duty have been if they went on a 3-year rotation and just like had all development together? I think they would make more money, honestly, because they would be able to microtransaction the shit out of their games, and they would be better developed and better used. But a big thing, like, you know, what hooked me with the first CODs is like, dude, you see people like prestige and max prestige now in like a month. That shit was, do you remember like getting fucking fall camo on intervention? You know what I mean? Like that shit was tough back then.
I'm gonna be honest.
You boosted it all, didn't you? Yeah, you piece of shit.
I was a riot shield booster.
yeah, I seen it in your eyes. I got all the way to like, I think it was like 7th or 8th prestige legit.
And then you said, fuck this.
And then I got in somebody's challenge lobby. And I was like, okay, this is cool, actually. This is really tight.
Like, damn, I've been playing the game the whole time because I had everything unlocked.
Yeah.
But see, I played private matches. So the time that I really had a lot of fun playing public matches
off the rip.
Yeah. The time that like when I first got into Call of Duty was Call of Duty 4. And all I played was public matches. Like, and that was when me and I used to play with my brother and then like some friends that we played Halo with. We would like compete to see who had the better KD. And so like I get the people that are like, yo, what's your KD? Like, I know I wrote like people roast it and stuff, but I still respect that there's people out there that care about KD. Because I used to care about my KD.
That's like the competitive nature of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean there was a time in
what?
No, I was gonna say there was a time in MW that I was like the same. MW2 that was the same way. It was like you wanted those stats.
Yeah, you bring like the competitive side in it, and I feel like me playing professionally kind of ruined gaming for me.
Yeah,
sometimes
I feel like that with montages. I feel
montages.
Yeah, I think that shit ruined gaming for me for sure because there was like you had to have. And even streaming too, like you had to have a reason to do it. You know, like I kind of realized it ruined it for me when I would get on, and I was just like, I don't want to record or have an incentive. I just want to play and maybe level up or something, and I just couldn't do it. I had to like make sure my hog PVR was running and everything was plugged in and shit, and I just took it too serious. You know what I mean? Ignorance is bliss type thing.
Yeah, I think the last time I would ever just get on and not be streaming and play games was when MW first came out, and like I would randomly just be chilling playing with Ham or something.
Yeah,
and not be streaming it, just chilling.
See, and that's why like I like Tarkov. I like for me like I play it. Like I literally before we started this podcast, I knew it was gonna be on here. I got on real quick and like worked on my shit and got off.
See, you like it. I think I did that with CS:GO too. I would play that without being on stream. Fortnite. I used to play Fortnite when I wasn't on stream.
Did you get into Valorant at all?
I played the beta, but I kind of just got bored after a while.
It's stupid, slow competitive.
Yeah, it's fucking tryhards.
Yeah, they're ruining game. No. They're ruining gaming. I was pretty shocked about it. I wasn't shocked that one person went viral for that because you've seen the original clip, right? The TikTok that went viral, the guy actually talking about it.
I seen the guy reacting to like someone playing Fall Guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was like, the guy was jumping around all try hard and shit.
So,
he knew the patterns already.
Yeah. So that video has gone viral on TikTok. Last I seen, it's like 5 million views or some shit, right? Crazy. Yeah. And like the whole premise now is like everybody's talking about it. Ninja responded to it, and he kind of like memed it because he just quoted that thing he said last year about like, you know, wanting, or earlier this year, like wanting to win, like you should want to win and stuff like that. But so I made like a quick skit, nothing like crazy. I was surprised at how many people are like with that guy that is like complaining.
Those are the skill-based matchmaking kids.
Like people that are like,
they don't want to play against. I miss back when you would just get online gaming, and you would rank up with someone random, whether they were complete dog shit or they were really good, and it was just random. Like you just didn't know what was gonna happen.
You'd have those S&D lobbies where like you just completely shit on the team, or like next queue, like you just get fucking ran, or you actually get a challenge.
Yeah,
and it's all day.
Yeah, I always said, you know, to learn, like you gotta lose.
Yeah, like
you gotta get spawn trapped in Call of Duty to learn how to spawn trap in Call of Duty.
Yes. Yeah.
And so,
and
if
get out of it.
Against kids, if you're playing against kids and you guys both don't know what the fuck you're doing, like there's gonna be a ceiling that you reach. You're never gonna get past that.
Yeah.
That's how I feel, but they probably have data and stuff that suggests otherwise.
Well, like data is also like, it's a little like too much nowadays too. Everybody wants data on everything. You know what I mean? They want to, like, I mean, world of COVID right now, data is everything for people. It's all, you know, it's just arguments and shit. But no, like, yeah, I mean, there's data, but then there's like just fundamentals of like what brings, I don't know, like at a certain point you can't like crunch numbers on just how people feel. And if like people don't, it's like you say, if you don't have that kind of like back and forth enjoyment, because it's kind of inspiring too. Like you get in a lobby, you shit on somebody, you kind of get that like, yeah, I'm good. Maybe 2 lobbies, and then boom, here comes big fucking Sharp. You get queued up with Sharp, and you're like, wow, I got a lot to work on. That's a really good player. But now it's just like a gradual. They're always like they're always playing somebody in like the playing field, and so they never really get to feel the, you know. And that's what kind of, I guess, is difficult with live streaming is because they watch somebody like Nick Merckx, and it seems like moves and stuff over anything. But in reality, if they got in a game with Nick, he'd shit on them. But like when you're just watching somebody play a game, it doesn't look. You can't articulate how good the people that he's playing against are because you're not actually physically playing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree.
It looks easy.
Yeah,
everyone would always come to like, and it's the same thing for me. Like I would watch someone play Fortnite, and like it would make me want to play because I'm like, dude, this guy's shitting on people. Like I want to get on, and then I get on. I'm like, and then I start seizing up, and I get shit on by a 5-year-old, and I'm like, fuck this game. I start flipping shit over.
No, yeah, it's so true. It's so true. And then you start and then that's what draws you in a moment like that to say, well, I got to get fucking better at this or not. You know what I mean? And that's like kind of like the big argument is these people make it seem like you get into a game and somebody's like that, the game's ruined because they've ruined that moment for you. They've ruined that feeling of like wanting to get on and having a victory. But it's like, what's the point of having a victory if you don't even fucking earn it in the first place?
Yep. I don't know. I saw your skit about the you know what the guy said. I think you posted it late last night, and the just participation trophies, like
the key. That's the key pointer.
Like, what's the point? Yeah, I agree with you. Like, what's the point of earning something if you didn't really earn it?
Yeah.
Like, if I went to a tournament, a Call of Duty tournament, if back when I was a professional player, I went to a Call of Duty tournament in Kentucky, just a local, like, oh, you win $500 for winning. And me and my whole team rolled up to this thing like, yo, we just came straight off X Games, silver medal. We're fucking smacking all these Kentucky kids in their overalls around. I ain't gonna tweet out, yo, baby Kentucky land champs, let's get it, like all hyped up that I just won like a major tournament because it's just a random tournament.
Yeah. You know the skill difference there.
Yeah.
And that's just not a playing field that you want to fuck with. But like that's I think that's what people miss out on nowadays. Is like people are just so like people are lazy. It's a lazy world.
Instant gratification.
Yeah.
They want to sit on in the exact moment. They want to get that victory royale and that's it. Like, dude, my nephew hits me up to play Fortnite all the time because I can help him win.
Didn't he play with us before or something like that? No, that wasn't your nephew. It's when we played, Hams or somebody had like a nephew or a
Ham got like a 5-year-old. Ham got like a 5-year-old he'd be talking to. I don't. His friend's daughter. She's like 6 or 5 or 6.
Yeah, she like talks shit and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I mean, he plays with her, but yeah, my nephew would be like, "Yo, my friends over. Like, you want to play Fortnite?" And like, I got on and played Fortnite. We lost. We got second the first game, and then we won the next game, and they just got off. They left. They're like, "All right, we're gonna go play creative." I'm like, "We all just got a fucking dub, and you're leaving?"
Yeah, you're getting off that hype. I remember we'd have those nights where it's like, "All right, let's see how many dubs we can get," and then you literally play till you can't fucking see straight anymore.
Yeah.
Is that how Warzone was? Because I missed the whole train on Warzone. Like nothing drew me into wanting to play it. Like I didn't even I did end up trying it when I got the Scuff controllers, but like I'm cool, dude.
I got into Warzone late. I played it when it first came out and I hated it. I was like, dude, this game sucks. Like everyone's camping on rooftops and
sniping.
I feel like everyone was sniping and they hadn't like patched a whole bunch of stuff. It was really easy to get a loadout, and so I was like, dude, it's just a camp fest. And so I stopped. I didn't play it. I forgot what I played instead. I think I was playing like Donkey Kong 64, Mario 64, and like old school games like that.
Sharp be a true gamer.
Yeah, I was playing the oldies. But there was a brief period before, like right now, there was that period of time, like maybe a couple months ago, where I would want to get on and play, and like I would have fun like playing that game.
Like have an actual good time. It's not like you're clocking into your live stream job and shit, and it's like the game that you have to play.
Yeah,
that's a good feeling.
I would enjoy it. Yeah,
I miss those feelings with streaming, for sure.
Yeah, same.
Which I get it a lot with Tarkov is kind of different because like I know when I start focusing on the Tarkov game, I know my stream's not going to do well because like I'm just so into the game in itself.
And that's the thing that sucks is like you can't like sit there and actually enjoy the game without someone going to come in the chat like, yo, is this fucking guy read chat or what?
Yeah, right.
But I watched your video where you were talking about like kind of needing to switch up your schedule because you felt like you were just in a routine going. And I felt the same way. That's honestly why I haven't really been streaming. I kind of said when I moved that I had set different goals and none of those goals really included streaming because.
Well, we talked about this last year.
Yeah. When I lived in the apartment, like I was like, all right, I'm moving to this apartment. I'm going to set like a strict schedule. I'm going to stick to it. And like, it worked out. Like my streams would do well. And I had over like 1,000 something subscribers, but I feel like I just kind of got
did a
bored.
Lot though too. Remember? Cause like, that was like because that was like one of the things, like, remember the first week I came down to the TK house at the time. And it was like that Friday. And I'm like, let's do something. You're like, oh, I got to.
You guys went out to Dave and Buster's, and I was like, yeah, I got to stick to my schedule.
And I'm like, you're gonna fucking Well, I mean, I was the same way though. I was the same. Like I had to especially in Ohio, I was like the same way. But then I had told you at the time too, and it's just something I've learned over the years. It's like I don't know what you might have stuck to a schedule to stick to a schedule. I would have. Back then I stuck to a schedule because I didn't want to miss the opportunity of those gifted subs, of the potential of viewer spike, of the potential of a host. Like I was so addicted to getting those things at the time because I thought I needed that to grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what I ended up learning was like, dude, if people are gonna fuck with you and they're gonna like want to support you, if you stream 200 hours in a month, they'll support you just as much if you stream 100 hours. Like that's something I definitely learned this year, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Like if people truly like fuck with you and want to support you, they will come when you're on, not like because you're on all the time and that opportunity is now missed. So they'll never support you again. And that was like a blinding thing I had to fucking deal with. But yeah, like my big thing now is like these last few months, well, like March and April, I had a little spike on YouTube finally. And I fucking let people fucking talk me out of a good vibe, dude. I was like uploading daily. Videos were doing good as a whole. And I had a couple like bigger YouTube buds that were like, dude, if you pivot right now and focus on like, because they were like, what's your click-through rate and all this stuff? And like the click-through rate was low on my end. And they're like, well, that's probably because, and my watch time average was a little low too. And they're like, that's probably because like you have a clickbaity title, but then they like click off because like in the first 15 seconds, you're not like getting to any points or something like that. Because I did, you see my videos, like I do, it's vlogs. Like that's, at the end of the day, the majority of the videos is vlogs, and I will like have a how-to or some info in there. But I listened to these people. They were like, you know, you got to pivot and you got to start like focusing on something. So in July, like I slowed late June, and during July I slowed down and I started doing like one upload. Like I got to make sure you do one upload a week and make sure you do, you know, clicky and informative. And I had a couple of videos do good, but it's just like with all that other time, I just started streaming all the time again. And it's just like,
it's that burnt out on streaming and
it's just that deep cesspool again of like, I was just on a podcast yesterday with, on a buddy's podcast with Dapper Jameson. And like I told him, like one of the big realizations this last like year has been, if I had the opportunity for growth, like not like no money is not an option. I'm talking like looking forward. What do I want to build myself off of? What can I do to get better? And like see, what do I think will I get a better potential of growth? If I stream, I use 5,000, but like that's kind of unrealistic, honestly. Would you rather spend 2,500 hours streaming in a year, or would you rather spend 2,500 hours making YouTube videos to get something in return? And I'm like, immediately with my experience, it's like hands down YouTube. Hands down. Yeah. You put 2,500 hours into YouTube, you're going to get results and something. You're going to get better at tagging and titling. You're going to make better videos. You'll have one spike. You put 2,500 hours into streaming in a year, there's no guarantee for shit. Like, especially if it's just the same game over and over again. Because that's like what a lot of people do anymore. They think like by them being live every day a week for like 6 hours on end, that there's just going to be a potential like to pop off.
That's not true either. It's so hard to grow on Twitch, like just organically. And I think that's what burnt me out on it so bad is because, you know, I was like, all right, I'm gonna set this schedule. I'm gonna stream. And, you know, I started out streaming, and when we'd play Apex, I'd get like 50 to 70 viewers a stream. I remember you asked me, what's my goal for 2020? And I was like, dude, I want to be averaging 200 viewers a stream. He said, good luck. And so, yeah, like I would sit there and stream every day and I'd have like 50 to 70 viewers. And then like I got tired of Apex and I switched games. And then like some games I would play, I'd have 100 viewers, but then some games I'd play, I'd have 30. And then like that average slowly just started going down. And I'm like, dude, it's like, I feel like I'm not growing for the amount of time I'm putting into it. Like I'm not getting the return. Like
that's why I was having a conversation with somebody, a couple, you know, like chat and a couple of people. And it's like I have no problem with where I'm at. I like life. I like where I am. I don't take my community for granted. But after a few years of doing it, after 2 years, let's just use 2 years as an example. After 2 years of YouTube, there's been a huge progress. Now, like most people would look at it wrong and they'd be like, well, look at your followers and subscribers. You have more followers on Twitch than you do. Yeah, but I have more actual stability on YouTube over Twitch. Yeah. Like big time. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I don't know. It's just it's like you said, it's so easy to like get sucked into that goal mindset. I'm gonna hustle and work really hard on Twitch, but it's like, yeah, I mean, you got to be on something else to get it going, for sure.
Yeah.
But then
I mean,
even
yeah, because like I mean, you doing TikToks, like I know that's probably helped your viewership
yeah,
out
it
on Twitch.
like I'll have people that come by because of TikToks for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But like again, you know, like the kind of like the negative side of it is, you know, when I'm doing things like just chatting, especially when skits do good, those streams are popping. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's a specific thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody from TikTok really wants to come watch me play Escape from Tarkov. After a skit does well, nobody wants to watch me play Escape from Tarkov. They wanna fucking watch me meme with them. Like they want to hang out, which is fine. That's cool, and that's like kind of like what I was talking about in my video recently. And for those who are listening, I just literally put out a vlog this last week on my main YouTube channel, BigE Live. I just basically talk about how it's like I'm just letting time control me with this, and it's that mentality of like hustle, hustle, hustle to get growth. But as me and Sharp were just mentioning, like me and Sharp have put so much time into this for years. We're both grateful. I'm sure, you know what I mean. I can definitely tell, like you're a very humble person, and I've seen like how much your peeps mean to you for sure. But after a period of time, it's not even about like the number's not big enough yet. It's just when you work, if you have a job, like you work for somebody and you work there for years and you don't get raises, you're going to be intrigued from other places and other opportunities that offer raises because you
Yeah.
know the value and work that you're putting in. You know, and it is the line of this is the industry that we got in. Nothing is for sure, but it's still like
Mm-hmm.
you work hard, I work hard. If that doesn't show on a platform because there's no organic growth, why would I want to invest all my time into that platform?
I agree. I mean, because I viewed it as my YouTube was doing well, and I went from
Still it.
I went from up here to like down here. Like I was doing a bunch of videos, and I just couldn't figure out like what to do. God damn, what you got in that cup?
A little water, bro. Broski, you gotta hydrate, brother. I got another one on deck.
Oh damn. I was up here and then down here and then up here and right now I'm kind of seeing like the dip, but I'm in like a different mentality to where I don't let that dip affect me as much.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely, when I saw the upswing, I was like, I can't be putting 200 hours a month on streaming because
Bingo.
on streaming I'm either just seeing this or I'm seeing like little waves.
When I seen my first little spike this year on YouTube, it's one of the happiest moments I've had over these years. Because I didn't realize how sustainable YouTube is over. Now, like, I'm sure you're going to give me a touche because you guys were bigger YouTubers in the world of Adpocalypse. Because Adpocalypse is like clearly over, right? Like ad rev's up, right? Maybe not. I don't know for gamers, but on my end, like it seems to be up.
I don't think. I mean, it's definitely not as bad as it was, but I don't think it'll ever return to like.
See, that sucks. That maybe again, ignorance is bliss. So maybe I don't know the opportunity. I guess if I had these numbers 3 or 4 years ago, it would be a comparison thing. But like to me, it's shocking that it's like okay, because now I'm in when I was down south with you guys and we were hanging out a lot. It was like I was on my second channel with this, putting all the time into this. This wasn't making any ad revenue, so I didn't do any of that for ad revenue. And I don't make my videos for ad revenue anyways. But obviously, like you got to be an adult, and bills got to be paid. But just off of where'd your cam go? Just off 100K.
Oh fuck! Did it die?
I think it might have died. Just off 100K views, I was astonished at how much just a difference that made to YouTube.
Yeah.
You having technical difficulties?
Let me get a little ghetto real quick.
Hold on.
I don't have an AC battery like pack for this camera yet.
Oh, we gotta hook you up with one of those. Oh, because you got the A6600?
Yeah, I use the 6600 for like videos, and I use the A6000 for streams.
Oh, yeah, that's smart. I'm selling all
The
my
wide angle lens.
Yeah, I'm selling all my shit. So you let me know if you need anything, Brisky.
Yeah, I saw that. So what camera are you using now?
Well, I'm gonna be switching to the A7S3. Right.
A7S3. Is that like a new one coming out?
Yeah, it's the new top dog Sony. Look at that fucking OG cam action.
Different angle, baby. This is the illegal cam right here.
Switching it up. Gotta improvise. No, but I don't know. Like, do you find stability in YouTube? Like, I don't need to know any numbers or anything, but like, how are you confident? More confident now with YouTube? Do you feel more safer with it? Does that make sense?
I definitely feel more. I feel more confident in YouTube than I do in Twitch.
Yeah, and remember. And when we first met, we were all in on Twitch, and we were like, why would we waste our time on YouTube when like you could have a Twitch stream and you could like, this is just hypotheticals, but you could have a Twitch stream and it just pop off and you make like $1,000 in a stream.
Yeah. Well, I think my thing about Twitch when I first moved was, I had to pay the rent living in that apartment. And to me at the time, like YouTube, I wasn't making enough to where I could just full send YouTube and be able to pay rent.
Right.
And Twitch, I feel like Twitch is good for just maybe having random spikes of revenue come in, but it's not as stable. On Twitch, 1 month you can make a couple $1,000, and then the next month you make like a couple hundred.
Yeah.
Where YouTube, like, it's pretty much, if you stay consistent on it, it's probably going to stay around the same level.
That's what I'm saying. That's the thing that's like opened me up with YouTube is, I mean, even though I was getting my new ad revenue for like the first 3.5 years on it, it was still like consistent. It was still around X amount, no matter what. And then the spike hit, and my views are around 100K range, and it's been consistent ever since. And that gives me, I was talking with Bad Seed Tech about that, and I'm like, dude, just the feeling that something could happen and you could not upload for 2 months and still potentially be good. It's such a good feeling. And he's like, well, yeah, and I'm like, well, we don't have that on Twitch. He's like, fuck, I never really like thought about that. I'm like, dude, you literally, you have a bad month and you're like, you go from like 10% of your typical profits, maybe.
Dude, you go on vacation on Twitch, you come back and it's like, you still stream?
Yeah.
Where have you been?
Yeah.
Well, I watch Ninja now, so I'm gonna go back to that stream. Or your viewers come in and be like, I'm streaming.
As I just tweeted yesterday and you responded, YouTube kind of sucks with that fucking shit too.
Well, see, I think you took you said you're going to Florida like tomorrow, right?
Yeah, a Wednesday, yeah.
So I feel like you're going at like a good time, because what I've noticed with YouTube is it's always been like, if you ever, I guess at least for me, when I look at my full year analytics of even like every year, it's always, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Like, it's never like a straight line up.
Yeah.
It's never a straight line across. It's always up and down, up and down. So I've always said YouTube has its peaks and valleys. And I feel like right now I've been getting recommended old videos on my side.
Yeah. Out of, like in this, I can't look at the stats right now because I'm live on here, but I was looking at that, and it was like, out of, my, like, it was like 50% of my videos, top videos, excuse me, that did well last month were like from 2018, 2017.
Yeah.
2019 as well. But it's like,
I've seen a bunch of people commenting on old, like, would you rather videos and stuff like that.
Same. Like, and videos like from earlier this year that I was like, man, I'm surprised I didn't do that well. All of a sudden it's like, now it's getting a little bit of a spike, but it's discouraging. Like I was mentioning, because like, just a few months ago, and maybe it is just a bad YouTube timing, but just a few months ago, I was like, I was finally getting to that point where I put out a video and it was like guaranteed to get like a few hundred views within like a couple hours, and I mean, it's not about well, I mean, with YouTube, it's obviously got to be partially about the views. You got to figure out what you're doing right and wrong. But I don't know, you just feel good when you get to that point where your channel, you don't have to worry if people are seeing your shit. And I think that's like my only thing that sucks with like YouTube is, well, I think a lot of social media platforms are moving in this direction. The algorithm just fucking sucks in them, and like how they notify people just fucking sucks. So it's like they penalize. This thing I don't like about YouTube is I get penalized for creating diversity in content. I have to stick to a niche. I have to stick to a thing. And I'm too young. I'm too small of a creator to know what that thing is yet.
Yeah. But I feel like it's also, I mean, I've noticed, I mean, for example, like I uploaded Omegle video 3 days ago, and like those are usually my like top hitters throughout this year. And that one, it only has, I mean, I hate to say only, but compared to the other ones, it has 14,000 views. As to where, one that I uploaded like a month ago would have gotten 14,000 views within like the first 7 hours of it being up. And that's where I just say like old me would have got discouraged and look at that and be like, dude, my YouTube channel's dying. New me, who's been through struggling to get like 5,000 views on a video, from going from 30,000 views a video to like 5,000 views a video. New me is like, you know what? We're just in a little valley. We gotta ride that peak back up.
Right.
Because I even noticed like my videos getting, like I'm gaining less subscribers from videos I'm uploading. And that just tells me that my content's being recommended less because I'm only getting views from like the core people that watch me. It's not new people coming in.
Right.
So I'm just gonna keep
Write
trucking, and I feel like I'm gonna guess like around October things will kick back up again.
Think so?
That's what I would guess.
God, I hope so.
So I would tell you
your boy just bought a new car, so I need that YouTube rev to start running in.
Yeah, I would tell you to just keep doing what you enjoy. I mean, you make great videos, and
I appreciate that.
You're good at what you do. And just keep doing that. And I mean, I've noticed your channel has gotten a lot of growth. I remember you telling me at the beginning of the year, I think you said you wanted to hit 100,000 views in a month.
Yeah. That was a huge goal of mine. Big goal. And
I noticed that you were over 100,000 views. I forget when the last time I looked, but you were getting over 100,000 views in a month.
Yeah. March, I think was the first, or April maybe was the first month that I hit it, and it's been congruent since. But to be fair, it's a couple big dog videos have been, correlating quite a bit of that too. But
hey, the big dog and that's where I feel like I messed up, is I would have those big dog videos and they were also helping pump my views, but then like there was a time where I stopped putting out views, so like it wasn't stacking.
Yeah, and see that's where I feel I went wrong by listening to some bigger people that were like, okay, now you slow down, you make more quality stuff, and you focus on like a pinpoint. But it was like, dude, it was working for me in June. Like I was uploading every day. Like when you're in that vibe, it's so weird. Like yesterday I put up that video early in the morning, and it's like, it was so hard to figure out like what I wanted to do with the thumbnail and title. And I remember in June when I was just like going with it, it was just such a daily habit at that point that I was just like, I knew what to put at the time. And like, I don't know. It's just it's tough because like you got to listen to some people, but like, it's also like, sometimes you don't.
I would say from my experience to just do what works best for you.
Yeah, because like I think that's like one of the bad things we do as creators is we see somebody else in a higher position. We think we have to, like, no shade thrown. He'll never watch my shit in anyways.
Chaos.
If I would have listened to fucking Chaos, my shit would be dead. I'd be working at I'd be a photographer for a fucking wedding company or some fucking realtor place. My shit would be done dead if I would have listened to him back when I visited you guys. Would be dead, 100%. Ham's probably had some of the most better suggestions. Hams and you guys just said, let it fucking rip, dude. That's what my boy
Ham's full of great ideas. He just never puts them on his own channel.
My boy Bad Seed Tech, for the longest time when I split up the channel, he says like, dude, just fucking ride it out. Just do everything on your. So you're too small. Just do everything on yours. I think it works for you for sure. And I definitely think there will probably be a time where I will have to think about a vloggy channel again, because I don't know. I just started putting up skits. Well, I've had skits on this channel, but I always had to like have like a follow-up video with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I wanted to hit those like longer watch times. I feel like I wanted to have more of a conversation with it. And just this last week, I started like, if it's a skit's like 1 minute, like it's just going up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I'm sure is going to fuck with definitely going to fuck with my numbers and my platform and stuff. But yeah, I don't know if I don't know where that's going to go. I don't know if that's something I want to do on YouTube.
I mean, I would say just fucking let it ride. Your skit 2 minute long videos already got 200 views
from last night
versus making some epic changes. It's got double the views in half the time. So, I mean, from looking at you, I think you make good skits. And so if someone, like you said, with finding you on TikTok, you're like, well, they don't want to come watch me do Tarkov. Like if someone sees your skit and like, oh fuck, BigE upload another skit. Like, I mean, I guess if the skit comes first and then like you talk like after it and you say something maybe that's not necessarily bad, but that can also be bad for your video if someone just watches a skit and then clicks off.
Right.
Because then you get bad viewer retention time. And I feel like, to me, retention time is more valuable than.
That's why I tried to explain to somebody yesterday, talking about that type of shit, and they were like completely oblivious to somebody on Twitter was like, "What watch time's watch time? Why does it matter how long they?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but like the longer you get them to stay, that's the longer that YouTube's going to be like, oh, okay, well he can get these people to stay there, like we'll keep them there."
This is a good video. Like if you have a 2 minute video, a 2 minute and 25 second video, and they watch 2 minutes of it, like YouTube's going to be like, okay, this must have been a good video if people watch the full 2 minutes. If you upload I don't know if you saw, but jokingly, I uploaded a fucking ASMR video.
I heard about that. Yeah. Well, like not heard, like I didn't watch the video, but I saw like it was like first time doing ASMR or something like that, or first.
Yeah. So I had uploaded this a fucking try not to laugh video like 3 times, and it kept getting terms of service.
Yeah, I remember that. That was weird.
It kept getting taken down because of terms of service. I'd take it down, I'd edit some shit out, I'd re-put it up, terms of service. Eventually, I just let it ride, and it got approved at fucking 3 a.m. I'm like, all right, dude, great. Everyone's gonna watch my video at 3 a.m. But I was like so pissed off. I go out in the kitchen, and Linda was like messing around with this little, like, it's called a sensory tray that Dominic has.
Yeah, it's big on TikTok. That type of shit's big on TikTok right now.
Yeah, my mom be watching ASMR, and she's always telling Linda that she needs to do ASMR. She's like, you got a nice voice, like, whatever. And I was like, fuck it. I was like, let's just fuck around and record an ASMR video. Never again. I did it as a joke, but that shit was a 24-minute long video, and the average retention time was 3 minutes and 18 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that video is doing dog shit.
But you got to try. I mean, that's a point though. You got to try these things.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, yeah, that video could have fucking been my most hitting video, and then you would have seen my ass playing with sensory trays every other week.
Well, because I remember like a year ago when like we were talking and just analyzing a whole bunch of shit when I was down in ATL with everybody. At that time, everybody was like, nah, you can't make, Omegle videos anymore. You can't do that shit. And then like it was like 6 months later that spike came back.
Mm-hmm.
That like kind of like the kind of like breakthrough from I feel like it was like when something shitty like apocalypse happens, I think YouTube knows they have to go to a point, like, because they make good money off of guys like you having viral videos too. You know what I mean? They got to have a lot of successful people on the platform to make revenue. And I feel like with YouTube, it's from the habit I've seen throughout all these years, it's like something happens and they gotta pull out the whip and they gotta slowly let everybody get back to being themselves. Because you all wouldn't have gotten away with those videos fucking 4 years ago or 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whenever the Suicide Forest shit happened.
What, the Amiga ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we don't really. Back in the day when we would do Omegle, I was watching some of our old Omegle videos, and I feel like we were mean to people on there. Like, it was borderline fucking internet bullying, like the shit we would say to people on Omegle. But now it's more so just like, I just react to what other people are doing, and I just make jokes going along with it. So my Omegle videos used to get demonetized, but they get monetized now. I don't really have any issues with them. But I feel like Omegle is kind of like, I feel like it's kind of like Minecraft. Like, remember when PewDiePie was uploading Minecraft and Minecraft came back and everyone started doing Minecraft? I feel like all it takes for an old trend to come back is for one big YouTuber to do it.
Yeah, and it starts coming back.
Everyone else starts hopping on that trend, because that's what I saw with Omegle. I don't know who. I mean, I know for me and my personal friend group, it was Crispy that uploaded it, and then Chaos was like, "Yo, dog, Omegle, man, let's fucking." I was like, "All right." I tried it out, and I was like, "Fuck it, let's." I mean, this shit's annoying to do, but fuck it, let's do it. And honestly, kids on Omegle have changed. Back in the day, you would upload an Omegle video, and the kids in the video would flag it down because they didn't want to be in it. They'd privacy complain it, so you'd have to take it down. Nowadays, kids are like, "Yo, you're a YouTuber? Fucking put me on YouTube!"
Yeah.
They're all about this shit now. Yeah,
it's that internet fame life now. Everybody wants to be on that viral TikTok, dude.
Yeah.
Are you trying to take TikTok serious, or you just been kind of promoting?
I've been uploading
your stuff?
my clips. Yeah, I've been uploading my clips on there. Just like, might as well, It doesn't hurt.
I'm trying to do better, but I don't know. I need to get that's why I'm excited too. That's why I made that vlog yesterday. Like, it wasn't like some like right away it's gonna pay off, but like I'm excited to get some hours back from not streaming so much, because I know I can create content. Like, even just like we've been doing a lot of hiking here, which you guys gonna have to come visit sometime before I die, and we got a lot of hiking to do, and so like I'll be out hiking and I'll think of like a funny skit idea. I mean, I act like I do this all the time. Clearly, from everybody's content, I don't do this a lot. So I just started doing this, just jotting down skit ideas. And oops, no, don't want to do that. And yeah, it's like a checklist, but I've already like developed just in like a week and a half, like so many skit ideas. Some that can be like, some that have just so many potentials to where they can be like parts, you know what I mean? That part 1 or part 2, or like the first time doing it, like that. Who is it? Trevor. Fuck, I always forget his
Trevor
last
Wallace.
name. Yeah, Trevor Wallace. Like he'll do like a continuum of like some other ones, because there's just so many like memes that you can feed. Like, being an Apple user, you can feed so many memes into being an Apple user on how people act, or like one that I want to touch base on is like, Fortnite. I did the Fortnite parents skit. I want to do like, gamer parents in general type thing. And the dude, it's endless. Like, you could make fucking so many jokes about that. So many memes, but, I need to, that's a tough thing for me. I don't know if you relate this year. Like, I'm like, I know it's weird. I'm split between socials. Skits do so well on Twitter. I know I got to do skits for Twitter and Instagram and shit like that, and I enjoy them. And then on YouTube, I know informative stuff does well, and I do enjoy doing those. But it's like, I gotta at some point, you get the feeling that you gotta shit or get the fuck off the pot with a form of content. You know what I mean?
Don't you just wish you could all be in the same place?
Yes, dude. I wish I could just have a YouTube. I wish this could be a fucking podcast tab on my YouTube channel. I don't know why I have to create like this whole fucking weird obsession with like, you have to be a specific thing on this platform. It's so weird to me.
You ever seen The Office?
Yeah.
We need Ryan to come through with the Wolf
Woof,
app
woof, woof. Yeah.
for social media where you can upload, tweet, all in the same
So I
app.
am doing something like that with myself by making a website. But like that's not a I mean it's gonna be easy. BigE.co, boom, like you can watch the stuff there. Well, the skits will be there too, but it's like it's not the same. You know what I mean? It's not a social plug. Like you're gonna have to drive traffic to a website as to where like social sites are organic. And it's like
they set up for you to get recommended or have something.
Did you hear about the new like TikTok conspiracy? Or apparently it's not conspiracy. It's actually in the algorithm.
What?
When you make a new account and one of your X amount of videos, your video will blow up. They will make sure your video does well.
If you make a new account,
when you are a new user and one of your X amount within 5 to 10 or something like that videos, one of your TikToks will do well. So that way you get hit with that little dope. I mean, I'm not talking like millions. I'm talking like you just post a stupid TikTok and all of a sudden it gets fucking 20,000 views and then you're like, holy shit, I really got something going on here. I can make something happen with this. Maybe I should quit doing everything and do a TikTok.
Me and him were talking about this because he helps expose with TikTok, and he puts TikToks on his thing. He had one that he put on there that had like over 1 million.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, that's all TikTok is though. He's like, they just randomly give you one video that blows up further than your other ones. So then the whole time you're chasing that 1 million views again. Like you're trying to figure out how to get that 1 million views. He's like, it's funny to see that that's what they do. And they're it's like they want the dopamine.
It's like I was telling you about Instagram. Like I challenge you and anybody else. Don't post to Instagram for 1 to 2 weeks. This next 2 weeks or something. And watch how many of your older posts will all of a sudden start getting a whole bunch of likes and stuff. Just out of nowhere. But like when you're posting consistently, you don't see a post from 2 months ago get a whole bunch of support.
Yeah.
But like when you don't post for a hot minute, Instagram will just be like, "Oof, poof, you just got suggested. Please come back."
Look at all these likes you're getting. You could get more if you posted.
Yeah, you could get a lot more if you stop posting a lot more. Yeah, I don't know. Social media is weird. It's just gonna get weirder too. Some days you wish you had like I hate the phrase normal, a regular job, a consistent job, something else.
Nah. I feel like it's interesting. I like to keep it interesting. I'd fucking hate myself if I was like, one day I was like, you know what? Like say if like 2 years ago, I was like, you know what? This shit ain't working out. YouTube's fucking dead. Stream's dead. Fuck it. And like, you know, you're like, damn, we're sharp. And you just see me in like a suit and tie. And I'm just sitting in a cubicle, typing away, inputting someone's data. And fucking my boss is beating the shit out of me, telling me what to do. Like, that would be so sad to me.
After putting all that like time and work into this and just like, because the knowledge is there. You know what I mean? Like you know what you're doing. You've had a taste of it. You know what I mean? So it's not like it's not impossible that it's not gonna like grow even during a downtime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then also too, it is such like some people see that from other people and they think that they should full send it when they're not in a position to. That's like a really bad thing with streaming right now, especially with COVID. I don't know if you know a lot of people, but like I even got like people I know that like, you know, laid off from their job and they've just full sent their time and efforts into streaming. And it's like, God, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? It's just, I get it. I get it. But it's like, it's such a bad, I love streaming, but it's like one of the kind of like worst lies that people can tell themselves. I'm going to be a big streamer. I'm going to be a big streamer. I got 20 people watching me. I'm going to be a big streamer. It's like,
I feel like if I was new to the scene and I was a gamer and I was like, I'm going to be a big streamer. And if I was just trying to make it on Twitch, real quick to the point where I was gonna quit my job, I would wait for a new game to come out and then just try to be one of the best people at that game. Give it a couple months, and then you got to have that realization, like, all right, I suck. Time to fucking
kick rocks.
Pack it up.
You got to be on something else. You have to be. But even then, it's just so hard to. It's just I don't know, man. I hate talking. I talk shit about Twitch a lot lately. A lot.
Twitch has been giving you the shaft for a while, though.
Yeah, I don't know why. They'd be.
Oh, like you remember Frozone?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a great example.
He's
Frozone? Killing it. He's killing it.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't like checked out his stream to see like how many viewers he gets, but I know he's been killing it in Warzone tournaments. And
yeah, I see him at a few hundred like all the time.
Yeah, through doing well in Warzone tournaments, people are like, all right, I'm gonna fucking watch this guy. But if you are coming home and you just got laid off because of coronavirus, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna kick up the RuneScape stream. Fuck it, we're gonna go up. Unless you're some guy respected in the RuneScape community for knowing some secret trick or hack, like no one's gonna be like, I'm gonna watch this random dude beat up goblins on RuneScape.
And as much as Frozone is a good example, he's also a bad example too. Or as much as he's a good example of like you could just be really good at something and kind of make it, he's actually a good example on like why you don't want to rely on that. Because I played Blackout with him too, and he wanted to compete all the fucking time, but there's just no opportunities at that time. And he was good. He was sick at the game. He competed in a couple tournaments, but it wasn't the hype. It wasn't his breakthrough. But even still, in a sense too, like, people didn't see, like I remember him last year. I remember seeing him stop by his stream and seeing him talk about how, maybe like this just, I don't know, maybe if he, I can't remember if he like blatantly had said that like maybe this isn't his thing or something, but like he definitely was considering that streaming can't be a viable thing for him. I think he was like looking at maybe getting into something else or something. I can't remember what it was. Maybe it was like and more taking investments more serious or something. But there's a point where I remember specifically with him, because I remember how good he was, that he like his streams just weren't creating the revenue that he needed to create. You know what I mean? So like a lot of people don't see those things. A lot of people really just see like, oh, like Frozone just, Warzone came out and he started grinding and like he fucking made it. That's what I can do. And it's like, you don't see the years where he had another good game that he was bigger at and then kind of went down. And then he wanted to get better at, communities and stuff. Like they don't see that backstory. They don't, I mean, same with me and you. I always talk about that all the time. Like I could blow up tomorrow and everybody be like, so many people would be like, you're so lucky you had a viral video. You just fucking got so lucky, dude. And it's like, you forget that in the last year, I mean, let's just use this vlog channel as an example. I have 120 fucking privated videos that I made in this last fucking year that nobody even knows about. Not to mention the fucking like 600 on my main channel. Not to mention the fucking channels that I deleted too. Nobody sees that. They only see like oh, dude, your fucking Alinity video blew up, dude. You're so lucky.
They only see the success. They don't see the grind to it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So it's with streaming. I think it's the worst platform to trick people's minds with that and really believe what we're talking about. They think it's just a hack. They can easily hack it because look at this guy. They got it. Nobody.
Yeah. I missed the Fortnite bubble.
I did too.
I shorted my stocks too soon. I played Fortnite the day it came out, the night, and I was hella good. Like on the leaderboard rank, like I was like in like the top 100. Like me and Nezlo would fucking we're the.
I remember. Yeah, I remember that
one. And then Call of Duty came out, and I was like, I would be a pro Call of Duty player again. Oh, buddy, did I want to fucking? Oh man.
Yeah, but
one of my most viewed videos is a Fortnite video.
You ever feel like those kind of like in the moment when you think it's a missed opportunity, you ever think in the long run that maybe it was kind of meant to be a missed opportunity in some weird way. I know it's hard to think of that like right now because like it's hard to wonder, would you be at 1 million subs because of Fortnite? You know, if you would have grinded that out. But also too, like if you never know what's next year. If something happens next year, it's like you got to question, would you ever have made it to that point if you grinded out Fortnite? You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, that's why people always ask me, like, do I have any like regrets of doing this or doing that? And I'm like, no, fucking no regrets, dude. Like, life is all about living and not regretting what you're doing, but learning from what you're doing. And
right, 100%.
Like for your example, if I would have stuck to Fortnite and kept playing Fortnite and not played Call of Duty, like I've never met Linda and started talking to Linda.
Bingo.
And like you just never like you never know. So you can't like harp on the past too much and like what you should have done. You just got to look at what you're doing and what you're gonna do.
Yeah, I agree. I agree on that. Because I mean, it's like the designing was like the big one with me with that. It's like I knew what I was doing would work, and like I like, and some days like I'll see designing and video for like other people, right? Like some days I'll see some of these other like, you know, you look at Roger. Roger's a great example. You know, at that time I was already like creating videos. I had good camera gear and stuff like that, and I did have organizations like wanting me to come shoot their stuff. And at the time I'm like, no, like I don't want to shoot for you. I want to do like my shit. I want to shoot videos for me and get better at that shit for me. And, you know, at the time, when you look back, you're like, fuck, I could have been a Roger. I could have been a Hitch of somebody. You know what I mean? I could have been one of these guys if I just like would have sucked it up and been like, dude, it's just, maybe it's, you know, and they're like talented creatives. I'm crediting them. You know what I mean? Because they're in a place that I'm not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's like something they wanted to do too.
Yeah.
I don't think Roger like really wants to be on the backside of the opposite side of the camera. I think he truly loves that. But like sometime that's like the prime example of the whole Fortnite bubble though. You know, I want to be on the other side of the camera, and I want to figure out why I want to be there. I don't know 100% yet. Is it skits, comedian, something maybe in the future? Or do I want to be informative? Or do I just want to be able to fucking vlog and have an interesting life? Don't know that yet. All I know is that at the time, it's at a certain point, it's easy to say like, fuck, man, I could have been a so-and-so. I could have like worked hard and just created other content. I could have been a designer for somebody big still and got more public. I could have joined a much bigger team because of this. But would I always still like look at somebody like you guys or somebody else and be like, man, I wish I could just have the freedom to create that content. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of, again, it's an ignorance is bliss type.
Yeah, because you never know what could have happened.
Right.
I mean, all sorts of stuff goes down, and you know, you could have fucking been a Roger and joined Team Caliber and fell off a roof, and that could have killed you.
Right. That's true.
Instead of just breaking your back, you could have broken your neck and died, and you would have been in the hands of me and Chaos to try to take care of you and be like, well, we can't do it.
So he legit broke his back.
I think he fractured it, but the doctor said like there was like, it wasn't like a full blown like break, but since there was a fracture, they said like technically he broke his back.
But like he was out of commission for a hot minute, wasn't he?
Fuck no. He went to champs like
shut the fuck up. Did he really?
He broke his back. When the fuck was that? Hold on. I think I had to change the title of the video because it was like flagged as inappropriate. Because I said hide and seek takes someone to the hospital. Let's see. Sharp TK Roger back. All right, hide and seek the Roger episode 3 years ago. So August. It was in August 1st. So it had to happen at the end of July. And champs was this weekend.
So towards the end it was towards the end of August, wasn't it?
I believe champs was like in the middle of August or towards the end of August. So he broke his back at the beginning of August. And then like 2 weeks later, he was on a flight to COD Champs.
Fuck that, dude.
And he filmed the whole event. And fucking TK lost, like didn't even make it out of pool play, and the whole project got scrapped. Didn't upload any of like the interviews.
I was gonna say, like, I don't remember like him making a video from this.
No, yeah, it all got scrapped. Roger was pissed. But
were you a pro at the time, or are you just a content creator?
I was just a content creator. We were playing hide and seek, dog. That was the peak right there.
Dude, those hide and seek videos, dude. I even remember like when I first joined and I was making the vlogs, and I was like, "What would you guys like to see me do with the TK boys?" You guys should do hide and seek videos. Yeah, off the rip.
I still get people that ask, "Yo, you ever gonna do hide and seek again?"
You think you ever will? When Dom gets old enough, right?
I mean, I'm not opposed to the idea of like,
because you guys are doing some good family vlog action.
Yeah, on the vlog channel, we're chilling.
I bet does that. Feel free to say I'm getting too personal. Is your vlog channel's what is it called? The value of the revenue? What's it called? I can't. Why am I having a brain fart? Like how much your revenue is worth on that content? You get a higher revenue CPM. Is your CPM on there like clearly better than your main channel because of the content that you put out? Because that's one thing I found interesting. So I get like 100K views ish, and I got a buddy who's been doing really good from gaming. And he, we were just having a personal conversation. I'm like, yeah, it's great making X amount a month. And he's like, oh, dude, I make that too. And then when I actually looked at his numbers, he gets like 2 to 3 times more views than me. But he's got the gaming CPM, which apparently like on average is not as good as just like kind of like some more. Because in YouTube's eyes, I'm a how-to channel.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my channel is classified as. So with that, apparently I get better CPM because of that.
I mean, I've never really looked, but let me see.
Yeah, you should check that out. I bet because your guys' vlog content is like very family friendly.
Oh yeah, I don't curse on there anymore.
Very family.
I try not to. There might be a couple curse. I don't. If anyone ever says the F word, I usually
one or two might slip through the cracks. Is what you're trying to say.
Playback CPM according to YouTube on the vlog channel is like it's only like 60 cents more.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's not like.
So you're probably doing actually pretty well on both then.
Are
you happy right now with how your YouTubes are doing?
Yeah.
But both in terms of like views and like the because as a creator, like it's a weird taboo. I think as creators we shouldn't flex shit too much. Like that's where I start getting like I don't like when people are like constantly like, let me show you what I made this month being an influencer so they can have a big giant number. It would be shocking for you to find out what I actually make type shit.
Those videos.
I think those are a little cringy, but like the weird taboo that people can't talk or discuss things, it's kind of weird. It's kind of different to me. I was talking to Bad Seed about this, and Bad Seed, his thing was like you shouldn't really ever like drop numbers because like once you start doing that, you start like you make yourself seem like different, I guess. Or I definitely understand his perspective, and like it's not like I just drop numbers all the time, but I think it's still talking about this stuff. I think creators that have a talent should understand that you don't need to be like huge to fucking have a living off this shit. You know what I mean? By any means. But that's kind of like the thing. They think they need 10 million views a month to fucking do well on here.
Yeah.
Fucking 10 million views a month with decent CPM is balling. Like you're
10
doing
million, 10 million views a month, you're making
balling.
Like, good money.
Yeah, because even with that, you're talking, I'm a smaller creator, and a lot of my additional revenue is affiliation. It's majority of the revenue, honestly. The majority of my revenue comes from, link clicks and shit like that. 100%. That's why, like I always say, to any of my viewers, like when you support a link, like, man, it means more than what you think. Merch and stuff like that, which that little fucking viddy put me on a halt with my merch.
What happened with that?
Well, I felt bad, like, about to drop $65 fucking embroidered hoodies when people are laid off and and then now it's summer. It's like, I'm just dragging it out now. Like, maybe September, do a drop.
Yeah. People bounce back. I mean, I feel like people have already bounced back from.
I feel like some people, thanks to the government, have never slowed down. But I'm worried what's going to happen come September when a lot of states finally say, okay, you can now evict people, because there's a lot of states have protections up right now in the states. So like for
did your apartment give you a hard time when you left,
bro? One, our house got delayed. We were supposed to move in May, and our house was delayed it's like 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
So we had to tell our apartments that, because we already closed our lease. We signed our house in February. And if you remember, like, COVID didn't hit till March. Like when we signed for our shit, like COVID was just like early, like news.
It was a meme.
Yeah. People. Yeah. Cause I had my skit out at in March, early March, which people still like, I can't believe people got pissed about that, because it was just like, displaying the type of people overreacting or underreacting. Or be like conspiracy theorists. But anyways, the COVID, we signed on our house, COVID hit, and they kept making the house constantly trying to fucking make me jump through hoops to prove that I make money. March ended up being one of the better months of the year because of like affiliate links and shit. Everybody stayed at home and bought shit, which gives me the feeling that people, maybe I should have dropped a fucking merch line, because it gives me the feeling that people didn't take the financial potentials from this situation serious. Because
you should have dropped it right as soon as the stimulus checks went out.
Yep. And I mean, that's where I make mistakes sometimes, man. Maybe I'm too much of a nice guy. Maybe that's where I need to have that business mentality, because these people are going to spend their money anyways, whether it's stupid or not. Like I could tell a whole bunch of viewers, like, don't be a fucking idiot and buy this dumb shit. They're going to buy it anyways. I can't tell you how, love my viewers, love you guys, but I can't tell you how many people still just like buy the dumbest fucking shit for their stuff. And I'm just like, why? Well, you have it. Yeah. I also fucking, make X amount of money a year because of side hustle, doing this shit.
Yeah.
You can't compare. It's not a comparison story. So, but it's fucking wild. But yeah, I don't know. I have my apparel. It's all planned. My 2020 drop. It was supposed to be 2019 winter drop, but you took a little long to get stuff, and then COVID hit, and I just felt bad releasing it. And then summer,
it makes sense. I've kind of been waiting for like the same reason.
And then now summer's here, and it's like I don't want to drop hoodies right now. But like some people are like, dude, drop them. They'll do like hoodies are hoodies. People buy hoodies. Like, yeah, but I want people to need it.
They're cold. They need that hoodie.
Yeah, you want to fucking buy this hoodie. Look how thick it is, dude. I don't know. I'll probably have a drop soon. If I can bounce back from this new car, dude.
How are you liking it?
Love it. The only thing I hate about it is like, so I bought so it's not just an RT, it's an RT blacktop. So it's like a higher edition. The only thing that's killing me with it is like how close it was to a scat pack.
You're just feeling like I might as well. I should have
just spent the extra few grand and got that 392. But then I fucking drive my car and I'm like, why do I need that fucking horsepower? It's stupid. Yeah. It's stupid. My car is fucking fast and it's a family car. Why do I need that much more? And it's the color and everything I wanted. Murdered the fuck out. Exactly how I wanted it. I want to get a couple extra things. I want to get a little brow like on the top window. You know what I'm talking about? I don't have that brow, like the window tint on the front window.
Oh, the window tint on the windshield.
Yeah, I don't have that for some reason on this. So I want to get that. I want to get the Scat Pack front bumper protectors. You can just buy those. The little yellow strips. I'm sure yours had them on there.
I took those off. Yeah.
I love them. I think they look so slick.
I took them off just because I was like, I don't know. They were just
Shark's
like
I'm gonna go so fast they're gonna fall off anyway, so I'm gonna fucking take them off.
They were just like a piece of plastic.
Yeah, that's all they are. They're $20.
Yeah,
they're just the protectors.
Yeah, I mean, looking back on it, the bottom of my car did get pretty scraped up.
Yeah, curb a lot of shit.
Just going in and out of the driveway. If you remember the driveway,
the TK driveway.
All the driveways. Ever since I had that car, like it was going up and down that driveway. I'd hit it every time.
Soar's last house driveway was ridiculous, but I mean, I had my truck at the time. I do miss that about my truck. Like that motherfucker could just drive on anything. I remember we'd be like, especially when we moved to North Carolina. North Carolina is so weird and like, well, George is like that too. So many like turnaround spots and curbs and stuff. Dude, my fucking truck. Like the thing I loved about that. We like turn into a parking lot full of like carload of people like going into the city. Kaboom, kaboom! Just run over a fucking sidewalk and everybody like, Jesus, you hit a sidewalk. I'm like, it's a fucking truck, dude. It's got 30-inch fucking tires. Who gives a fuck? Let her rip, tater chip. You know, I miss that redneck side of it. But I think we're definitely leaning towards more of like a meteor type SUV for her. She had a Jeep Liberty before she got her car.
I saw you looking at the
Durangos and Jeeps. Yeah. Jeeps, I think are probably the biggest fan of. Jeep Grand
I want a Grand Cherokee.
Yeah. I want a cert so bad, but we got
that's the only way that I would get. I mean,
she wants the Durangos now because of the third row. She wants them so bad, but they're so expensive.
Yeah. The thing right now is, I mean, we have the Highlander that does everything that we need it to be done.
Be honest? We don't have to show this to Linda. We'll private this real quick.
I tell her all the time.
You miss my car. Yep, I knew it.
I told her when the time comes,
you're getting another one.
When the time comes that she needs a car, because the Highlander, I own it. I'm not making payments on it.
Yeah.
So, you know, when the time comes that, you know, we need a second car, then she can have the Highlander. And I would either get a Grand Cherokee SRT or
no, you gotta get it back, dude.
Get the Charger back,
dude. Because you can get the Charger back. We'll get those, like, you remember like the 70s like polyester like bowling jackets. Like racing jackets, we'll get
just full-blown tracksuits.
We'll get Charger graphics. We'll be like this Charger crew. We'll start a thing.
Charger channel.
I want to start I've been trying to. Megan fucking hates it. I'm trying to initiate a Charger wave. When we drive
Charger
by,
wave.
Drive by. Yeah, so it's like kind of like a yo.
If you see someone else in a Charger.
Yeah, all the time. I'll wave at people here and there. I see a Charger all the time out the window. I'm trying because motorcycles, you be driving and you'll see them like put the hand down for fellow motorcyclists. Yeah. Like, oh,
and Jeep people got a wave.
Yeah, I want to fucking.
I think the thing that I hated most about my car is I'm not a car person. Like, I bought my car because I liked it. I liked the way it looked, and
it's big, dude. For a car, the reason I love the Chargers is kind of the reason why I'm also a truck / SUV guy. Because like when I drive in Megan's normal size car, I feel like my ass is touching the ground. Chargers still set pretty fucking high and they're beefy. Yeah. I feel safe in them.
Mm-hmm. But the thing that I didn't like about it is I'm not a car person. And when people would see like that I had a fucking Scat Pack Charger, they would assume I'm a car person.
I do hate that too.
And I feel like no offense to anyone watching if you're a car person, but if you take offense to this, then you're one of these car people. Motherfucker, car people are so pretentious and just like,
yes,
very know-it-all-y. And it's just like, I would never want to get into that community just because everyone has an opinion and it's their opinion. That's the opinion that matters.
Dude. The amount of people that responded to my tweet and video that said, "Why didn't you get a Hellcat? Why didn't you get an SRT? Why didn't you get a Scat? Why did you get an automatic?" Well, first and foremost, I learned this. I stopped by the dealership this week to talk to the homie that sold me the car, and we were looking at vehicles. He's like, "Well, first off, you should have responded to all those fucking morons and reminded them that Chargers don't make manuals, so they're fucking idiots off the rip.
They don't have manual Chargers."
And then like a lot of like one of my boys, Gilgamesh, who's a big car guy, but he's like a cool car guy. He's like, those people. He's like, I have a manual because I like it, but he's like, dude, it's 2020. The chips are so much faster than manual shifters because a computer can shift so much faster than a person can, and like know when to shift too.
The only thing you can do. I don't know if yours has it, but the Scat Pack had the paddle shifter.
Yeah. I got the paddle shifters. It sounded like because what year was your Scat Pack? 2019 or 2018?
2018, I think.
I think a lot of ours were because did you have the big screen with like? Did you have like a track and everything? Like you could actually take your car to a track and you could put it in sports mode and you can have a timer on there. You can check your torque. You can check your fucking G-force, like everything.
It's got the launch mode.
Yep. Yeah. All that shit. Yeah. So like they make them to be fun. I don't need to spend an extra fucking $40,000 on my car to bring it to a track and be like, holy shit, like my butthole's pushed in with how fast I went now. Cause like they're fucking fast. They still go up to the same speed. It's just like, why do you, I don't know. I mean,
even when I bought like a V6 charger, people are like, what V6?
Okay. Well, that I can't agree with.
I was like, dude, I can't afford a V8. Fuck, like
at the time, I guess I could see that.
I was like, I don't want to pay to have a V8, and I don't want to pay the gas to have a V8. And then when I got a Scat Pack, people would say, well, dude, why not get a Hellcat?
Yeah.
I would be like, what fucking car do you drive,
Yeah.
Mr. fucking Camry?
Yeah, exactly. Most of those people that talk like that are like they don't even have the fucking vehicles to begin with.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, like so many people. I did a video like as a joke because people asked me to do a video about my car, and I did like a Scat Pack video. And you get car people in there that, I mean, me and Joey are like looking at the car doing the video, and Joey's like, dude, I think that's the rotator belt. Like,
dude,
just random shit.
It's no different than like I did a custom keyboard build video because like you know they look like this, you know, and like I'll fucking argue with people all the time. This is a custom keyboard to me. You can't go to the store and buy it looking like this. I have put it together in my arrangement to look like this, and I had a video, and so many people were like, "You said custom. You took a keyboard out of the box and you put new keycaps on it." Yeah, that's custom to me.
That's custom.
Because I didn't fucking build the fucking thing up from the ground up. I guess that it's like these keyboard fucking weird warriors that do this.
Yeah, there's always there's those little people in every
enthusiasts in everything. Enthusiasts in everything. It's nerd talk.
And they want approval. They want you to be like, "Oh, dude, you're right. You know what? Like,
we just sold a mouse on eBay." And
wait, you got a pet mouse?
No, gaming mouse. Gaming mouse on eBay.
I thought you
no.
sold like a real. I'm kidding.
No, we had a gaming mouse. Sold it on eBay. Extra one laying around. Sold it for cheap. Guy gets it. Well, Megan did make the mistake and said that everything is with it. She took a picture from the fucking website. And I don't know if everything was in it, but comes with 2 cables apparently. And comes with an extra 2 little clicker buttons inside the fucking mouse.
Guy didn't get him. He was upset.
He's like, yeah, okay, so it gets better. It gets really better. So he says, hey, not all accessories are with this. I could have gotten this mouse cheaper without these accessories. So I was like, damn. I'm like, what extra parts came with it that were, dude, these are $4 parts. $4 parts that he's talking about. They're just extra buttons. Like in case for some reason out of the 50 million click that these buttons are rated for, if he goes past clicking the buttons 50 million times and they go bad miraculously, he can swap them out. Which it does make sense. Like maybe you would want it. But most, as you know, most gaming mouse don't typically come with that. Some do, but most don't because it's like, bro, you ain't out clicking your mouse. Mm-hmm. You ain't out clicking that thing. I don't care how many times you'd be watching the Pornhub. You'd be clicking those ads past. And so we respond, and we were like, we can give you back some money to cover it if you want to just buy it off eBay. Those are the Chinese versions. I want the Japanese versions. Megan's like, they probably all come from the same place. You realize that, right? But yeah, I just told Megan, like, I know it sounds shitty, but I'm like, what a fucking nerd. Stop. Stop. You are stop that. Grow up.
I was dealing with people on eBay like a couple months ago when I was selling. I went through one of those bins before we moved, and I sold 2 old laptops. I sold like a 2006 MacBook Pro.
Love it.
Old. Couple $100. Sold for like $300. And the person that bought it, the first person that bid on it won the bid and then proceeded to tell me, I don't want it anymore. Immediately was like, yeah, I don't want it anymore. I'm like, why the fuck did you win the bid? And then so I hit up the person that got second in the bidding, and they're like, does the DVD player on it work? I'm like, well, last time I watched a DVD in 2006, it did. And they're like, do you mind
popping in
turning it on and testing it for me? And I'm like, yeah, sure, dude, whatever. I factory reset it. So I had to plug it in, set everything up, put a password on it, and put a DVD in there and show them a picture of Harry Potter playing on the computer. Like, there you go. It worked. So then they're like, all right, I'll take it. They bought it. I sent it off. I forgot to take the password off, and I forgot the password.
So they had a factory reset it then, right?
That's what I told them. I was like, just factory reset. That's what I did. And they're like, no, that's too much trouble. I was like, well, then you can send it back then.
Did they send it back?
No, they stopped responding, and they never left a review, and that was it.
And see, that's what I told Megan. I said, you need to just let this person know if they're not happy with it, they can pay for shipping and have it sent back to us.
Yeah.
Glad
that's all I say. Send it back, because half the people
are too
if
lazy.
They have a little ass problem like that, yeah, they'll be too lazy to go and figure out how to print a label and go to the post office and send it back. To be like, all right, I'll buy the $4 part, or all right, I'll factory reset. I'm like, what did this guy want me to do? Like, he kept asking me to give me. I'm like, bro, I'm not going to give you all my passwords.
Right.
I don't know what kind of fucking scam you're trying to run, but these are the passwords I would have used, and that's all I'm giving you.
Yeah. People be wilding about that type of shit all the time.
I fucking hate eBay, but I'm about to sell some Astro speaker tags for $2.
Dude, I hate eBay. The fucking whole like they take a percentage is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
10%. Fuck you. Suck my. You didn't like. Well, okay, you gave me a place to post. Cute. I'll just go to. Well, Facebook Marketplace sucks anymore. People suggested an order up or something like that, or some shit like that. Offer up. Yeah, I'm gonna test that out this week. I got a lot of shit to sell.
See that shit is like.
I used something like that when I was in Atlanta at the TK house. I used something like that. I can't remember. It wasn't called that. I can't remember what it was called. But I sold one of those monitors that I brought down.
Let Go.
That's what it was.
Let Go and OfferUp are like the same thing. And the problem with that is you can't. Yeah, that's only for meeting up with people locally. Mm-hmm. Because you can't ship on there.
Well, that's what I would rather. Dude, I liked Facebook Marketplace before it turned into this weird like just spam site and
scammers.
Well, it's not even like scammers. It's now like in order to get your shit out in front of people, you gotta fucking pay for the post to be out in front of people. Like that type of stupid shit.
That's where I sold my ADD on Facebook Marketplace.
How long ago was that?
That was right as soon as the toilet paper fiasco was going down. Because I remember I met this guy in a Target parking lot. He was on his way to go camping, and he handed me the cash. Like, it was in an envelope. It was all like $100 bills. And he's like, oh, everything good? And he was like looking at the camera. He's like, it's a beauty. He's like, thank you very much. And he fucking went on his way, and I got in the car and I took a picture in front of Target, and I said, yo, just flipped a pack of toilet paper. And people thought I was being serious. They're like, what?
Yeah, that shit was weird, dude. these last 5 to 6 months have been, needless to say, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't. You think it's ever going to go back to normal?
I think things will go back to normal.
I said on a podcast last night, and I think 2022 is when things go back to normal ish.
Well, I think the next step is going to be when they get the vaccine.
Well, we got to see. We got to see what winter does first.
Well, yeah, I think what you were saying, when people start getting evicted, if they don't provide that support, which when did they do that? I mean, I guess maybe I left, but they told me that, or like they started evicting people from my apartment like as I was moving out.
See, it's some states had the protection or some shit, or maybe the protection wasn't in play yet. I just was hearing them talk about the shit on Joe Rogan podcast, and they said that September 1st, and maybe it's a Cali thing. September 1st,
maybe they extended it.
Yeah, something. I don't know, dude. It's fucking it's getting real spooky.
But I think that's going to be something, like shit starts getting crazy. And then when the vaccine comes out.
Are you getting it?
I said, I ain't going to be the first. I'm not going to be the front runner. I'm going to wait till some people I know get it. I'm going to let's see what happens with them. Here's my thing. Okay. Well, first off, I wear my mask so I don't have to hear people bitch.
I don't know if you're like a big avid mask supporter or something. Like you're like,
I'm about the same. I wear it so I don't hear people bitch. But if I see someone not wearing a mask, then I'm not like, hey, put your fucking mask on.
Right.
But here in Kentucky, you have to wear a mask.
Oh yeah, you're in Kentucky now. It's a whole different.
It's world. Like state mandated that you can't go in any store. You can't go out in public without a mask.
I mean, that's how it is in North Carolina. So Atlanta might have been different for you. It's been like that in North Carolina for.
In Georgia, the fucking governor is suing the mayor of Atlanta for trying to enforce people on. Georgia is all fucked,
dude. It's like I was talking on a podcast yesterday. It's such bad timing because like you have social media is there. You have this whole like political things going on. You have it's such a real thing. First and foremost, it's so like it's very real. It exists. Like it's happened. Like the whole world didn't just fake it to fuck with America, right?
Yeah,
that's a fucking wild thing. Some people actually think these things. People died from it. A lot of things are real though too. So it's just like it's tough. It's tough because both sides. You have mask wearers versus non-mask wearers. Both sides of the argument are very good. You have let's fight this together. People against like we got to live our lives. People. Both sides make very good arguments. And it's tough right now because it's just like you can't figure out what to believe. Nobody is right or wrong, in all honesty. People are gonna watch this podcast, listen to this podcast, be in the live chat right now, having their own feelings. You could be, I mean, you're not accurate about anything, but you're not wrong too. Like you don't know. You're not a fucking scientist. Probably you're not a fucking doctor. That's first and foremost. A lot of people need to just. In either direction, people just need to start shutting their fucking mouths. Like, just
that's never gonna happen.
No, this whole like weird, like where I don't know what point we're gonna have to realize like you're just gonna have to mind your own fucking business. Like people can't. It's just a weird obsession that we have right now with all this. But I like to fantasize and think that it goes back to normal quick, and I like to think of the idea that a vaccine helps and stuff, but like a weird gut feeling part of me is just like, dude, like I'm a human being, and I guess like I don't ever want to like die or like be sick. It's not even about like wearing a mask and believing this is real because like I'm just so terrified of COVID-19 that I'm gonna die.
Yeah,
dude, I had a flu in 2018 that was a horrible strand of the swine flu. And like it sucked, and I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to get sick at all. I would prefer my immune system is in tip-top shape and I'm healthy, and I just don't want to get sick. Period. So I'd rather not catch it, right? But a more human side of me also too is like if I'm to catch it, I'm to catch it. Like that's life. Get it, sometimes you got to get sick. Sometimes you get sick. That's life. Sometimes you eat some bad food. That's life. Sometimes you get a fucking tumor. That's life. That's something that you got to deal with, but yeah, I don't know. It's very strong arguments out there. I don't know if I would take a vaccine though. I really don't.
Vaccine?
I'd be hesitant for sure.
I mean, like I said, I think I would wait a little bit. I wouldn't be first out the gate, but I would see. But then again, like you just never know, like the long term effects. Of anything.
And like it's hard to trust shit too.
But my big thing with me, the reason why I kind of, wear a mask and fucking am so like cautious about getting the virus is because of my parents. Like my parents are older.
Right. That's exactly. I was very hesitant to go back to Ohio for the longest time because of my parents being older. My mom's 70.
Yeah, like my dad turns 69 this month.
Let's go. Good year.
Next on Sunday turns 69.
Yo, happy birthday, Sharp Dad.
And he's, diabetic.
Yeah.
So
big one right there.
Not a good combination of like stuff that needs to be where, I'm gonna go to fucking Miami and be partying and be like, hey, yo, let's go. And then go home and hang out with my dad and shit.
Couple people are like, kind of like tilted that we're going to Florida this week.
See, I feel like you can't be upset with people about how they're living their life.
Right. We had a window as a country. We had a window. We closed that window. It's passed. Like we can't. There's no going back right now. There's no shutting down the country for 2 to 3 weeks. At this point, there's no. You gotta find people for now because it's just there's too much uncommon and too many people are past the point now, and there's been too much also that we've seen negative from the response of trying to fight it too. Whether like people agree with it or not, like the economy has taken a hit, and there are thousands of people that are affected financially right now, and in these next couple months there are going to be a lot more because you're going to have little Timmy Tudu. Who is a fucking 18-year-old 18 to mid 20s year old that all he did these last few months was collect that fucking government money and bought a whole bunch of shit for him and made some YouTube videos and TikToks and streamed all day every day and bought extra shit investing into himself and spent all his money, and then all of a sudden going back to being an adult, now you got to get a fucking job again, and oh by the way, everything like. Dude, people don't think of what there's so many like safety precautions that are written right now. What's going to happen when so many areas, not only are you going to have to go back to paying rent, but boom, hey, we also too have been hurting as investors and landlords. The market now is up. Now you're going to have to start paying on it. Now your rent's going to, if you want to stay here, your rent's going to have to go up $200. You guys learned that the hard way. Like, it'd be nice to think like when you go to a place, when you sign a lease, when you start paying a thing, that's just what you're going to pay until you move out of that place. That's not how it works, dude. They don't give a fuck.
No.
It's market. If they know that they're going to make more money by kicking your fucking ass out and bringing somebody else in, they'll do that. They don't fucking care.
Dude, they tried charging me like $7,000 for leaving early because my lease wasn't supposed to be up until January, but I sent them an email saying that I got relocated due to coronavirus and I'm moving and I'm going back to Kentucky and I'll be out. I said I'll be out at the 1st of July. And they came back like, yeah, so you're going to have to pay the 60 days. So you're supposed to give us 60 days notice. So you got to pay.
That's how we had to do it.
Those 60 days, and then you're going to have to pay either 1 extra month or 2 extra months, depending on your lease. And I just replied back to him and said, I can't afford that. Sorry. I left. I'm out of the apartment. The key's on the counter. And I left the toilet seat where Ham broke the toilet. I left him a new toilet seat on the counter. I said, hey, I moved out. I'm gone. Like, yeah, I can't pay that. So I wasn't paying it, and every day like they kept trying to tack on late fees, and I'm like, I'm not paying you guys. Like I was on time every time I paid rent, and I want to fucking leave. As no one in this apartment is like, half the people here aren't paying rent. I'm paying rent. I'm fucking leaving. Sorry. And they called me. They're like, hey, if you give us 1 month rent, then you're all good. I was like, all right, send me a final notice that's my final bill, and that's what they did, and I paid it. So
Yeah, people
done dealing with them.
But to the core, like in this world, we think that there's just some weird polite system that cares about you, and it's like, dude, it's not like that. So it's gonna be the rest of this year is gonna be bad. It's gonna get really bad. Like you're gonna have this fucking election. It's gonna fucking yeah. There's eyes yeah. You're gonna have this election coming. You're gonna have winter's gonna come around. People are gonna get sick again. Not only they're gonna get sick with the COVID. The COVID might fucking by that time it might get a little stronger too. That's what flus do every year. Might get a little stronger. Then you're gonna have other little things. Let's sprinkle some other shit in there too. Common colds and flus and sprinkle all this shit. Social media.
I haven't gotten sick since when coronavirus first came around. I got a thing called hand, foot, and mouth disease, which I would not wish on my fucking worst enemy. Literally, like I had these bumps, blisters all over my hands,
what
on my face and on my feet. Apparently, you get it from toddlers, from kids. They get it and then they transfer it to you. And
kids are kind of immune to it.
No. Kids get it. Dominic had it. He had little bumps on him. But most adults get it and don't show symptoms. They're asymptomatic. I'm not most adults, I guess. But when adults get it, supposedly it's worse. So I had this shit, like my whole body itch. There was a night that I stayed up. I couldn't go to sleep. I laid on the couch all day, like all night throughout the night, watching fucking CNN about coronavirus and shit. Because when it first hit, I thought I had coronavirus. I had a fever. And
dude, there's been so many times where I thought I've had it. But so I was thinking about this the other night. I woke up in the middle of the night. Definitely was like something food related or some shit. Yeah. But I woke up like kind of lethargic, feeling like ass and shit. And I thought for a split second, I'm like, dude, like, what if I had to go to the hospital because I needed to get checked for COVID? And I felt so uneasy about it. Like, because then I started thinking, well, what if I went to the hospital, got tested, but I really don't have it, but I fall under one of these, I go to a bad place that like tries to count me as it. Because it's very common thing here in this country.
They fake the numbers to get more
money. Yeah, it's not even, a lot of people are arguing that as like a political thing, like the government's working with all these places around the country, like let's spec these numbers up for an election, shit like that. Okay, dude, people really give our government way too much credit. They're fucking morons. Yeah. Okay. But it's a lot of hospitals are doing it for like revenue. And this is public shit. People have been caught for it. People have been getting in trouble for it. So it like worries me to even like get tested. Cause it's like I want to know that I actually have it and not some bullshit that you gave me a test and that you're about to make some extra money by saying that I have it.
Yeah. I don't know. I saw it somewhere on the CDC said that you can still test positive for it months after you've had it, but you're not like a carrier. Like the test will still come back positive.
You're not asymptomatic, but you still have it. Had it / have it. Yeah.
Like you're not contagious, but I guess it's still in your system. I don't know. I stopped reading all that shit. I was like, dude, this shit's bumming me out.
You got to. It's I don't watch the news. I don't check numbers. I don't. As sad as it sounds, I don't fucking care. Like I care because it affects all of us, but I don't care because I feel like when you make this about your life, it makes it that much worse. I personally try to accommodate to what's within my control right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not going outside and licking people.
Yeah,
but we don't shake hands anymore. It's a lot of this. Well, fist bump. Things. Yeah. That's what everybody did at the car dealership when I bought my car. Fist bumps.
My neighbor, when I first moved here, my next door neighbors, like, first thing they did is they came to the fucking fence and they're like, "Hey!" And I was like, fucking
Yeah.
elbow or some
Hi.
shit."
Washing your
That's
hands
what
and shit.
yeah, my dad said, "I'm not." He's like, "I didn't like handshakes anyways. I'm never shaking someone's hand ever again."
You know, it's like it's a big American thing. You know that well, like not like English culture, I guess, if you would.
I'm about to start bowing to people.
Yeah,
and
dude.
shit.
Japan, that's what they do. Japan kicked this thing in the ass. New Zealand kicked this thing in the ass too. Like really, but it's
Yeah.
like again, it's just like I don't know. It's tough. You don't know what to believe anymore. So I just try not to pay attention to too much of it.
Yeah, I mean, Linda's mom, she flew.
Linda was a big believer at first, right? She was like super.
I mean, she still is, but she's definitely more lax on it.
Because it was funny. I
Like-
remember when a lot of this was going down, me and you seemed like me and you were both neutral ground, understood it. I'm like, okay, it's real. And
Yeah.
but our significant others were polar opposites. Because I had asked if because we were traveling through that area, and it sounded like you guys were like, Linda, Linda ain't about to have y'all come by.
Yeah, because she was worried about Dominic getting it. And
Yeah, and
she'd be like, wouldn't want anyone like to. She wouldn't want like I didn't hang out with Ham or Chaos, but Cam and Chaos were the same way. Like Ham's like, bro, like I got a breathing condition. If I get that shit, I'm dead,
yeah, for sure.
He wouldn't leave. I recorded a video with Chaos and Ham, and we all stood like hella far apart and like fucking wouldn't touch each other's cameras and shit.
Yeah. So you had that with you, and then I had a fucking wife that was like sharing conspiracy theories every fucking day. I'm like, God damn it! Like she is so far. This is bullshit. This isn't even fuck. Like she was actually one of the people like trying to show me a conspiracy theory about how this is like not real. And I'm like, Megan, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. You're one of those Facebook people. She found one on Facebook, by the way. And I'm just like, you just gotta stop, dude. It's so real. We had friends that had it.
Yeah.
We had friends that had it. They were one the top. I believe they said top 50 in Ohio that had it. First 50 to have it in Ohio. Lost taste and smell. Cold symptoms. That's all it was. Came from Germany and got it while they were flying. My bud made some humor out of it. He said the worst part of COVID was they were quarantined for 35 days together in one house. And I'm like, 35 days? He's like, trust me, it was 35 days. I know how many days it was. I'm like, oh. I guess you never really think about that. You're with your significant other for X amount of time. But like, you know, with quarantine, it was weird at a point in time, like, especially here in North Carolina, they really nipped it in the butt quick, like to quarantine. We were like an early quarantine. And it was weird that first like week or two, like I can't leave for shit. Like this is weird. Like I'm just all I see is you all the time. Like I love you, but this is fucking mad annoying. Like I'd like to see other human beings. But you get through it, right? It's not that big of a deal. It's not that's one where I always keep coming back to. Like, you know, we can have our adult conversations and be like, wearing mask, this or that, quarantine, this or that. It's really that tough. Like, you know, if you break it down to science.
Yeah.
So is it that hard to just put on a fucking mask in a store? It's really that tough? No, it's not. It's not. We're big boys. Like, you know, people wipe their own asses. You know, majority of these people complain and probably have children. They got to wipe children's asses. You do a lot harder things. I would say you going out of your way to waste your breath on social media explaining how upset you are and how not you're going to do something is probably way harder than just putting on a fucking mask. A bandana, something that just covers your mouth when you're out in public to maybe help flatten the curve, but just to like keep people happy and make people feel safe right now.
Yeah.
Not that tough. It's okay. We'll get through it together. Probably not. We'll probably have a battle here before the battle. We'll have history books in the future. The Battle of the Mask.
Oh, fucking probably, dude. It's a political statement now. It's
oh yeah.
That shit's annoying how everything becomes so political though.
It's somebody's argument and then the conspiracies come out about it. And it's like, dude.
The same people that say it's my body, my choice are the same people that are like, you shouldn't be able to have an abortion. All right, we're getting in fucking we're getting in dicey waters here,
dude. In a relation to that, one funny thing, because we're trying to find friends here, and one we keep coming across like people that are political, and that are like there's three types of people. Very political people, very out there. They want to fucking talk politics.
Change the world.
Yes. Then there's people like, I think you and I, we're not very political. I don't, it gets weird for us to talk about it because we're not educated in it too much. And it's just like, we don't fucking care. I think, I don't want to speak out on behalf of you, but that's at least what it seems like.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I can't talk politics with someone because I don't know.
And I'm not going to use my platform to talk about it because I'm not educated in it. And I just think even arguing about it's stupid. But then you have your secret politicians. Your ones that are like, no, I don't care too much. But like all day, they try to fucking get you to talk about it. And then you do. And oh boy, do they fuck. So we were having a little gathering one time. And there's a person, and they're great people. But there's a person that like we kind of run around with. That's this type of person. There's a lot of these people out there right now on like social media that like hide. I'm not political. I don't worry about politics. I don't. But they want to find that reason to harp and all evening, all day, we're all drinking nothing, and I know I got to watch these waters. I can tell that they're like this. And I got fucking cornered. And I made the mistake of saying, cause I was like, I didn't vote in the last election. And I was like, I probably won't vote again. And I got cornered with, and I was like, yeah, look at the options last time you had fucking Hillary and Trump. And they were like, do you think Hillary was any just as bad? And I was like, yeah, if anything, maybe worse. And that's where I got fucking hit. That opened up the political, you fucking support Trump? Whoa, no. Well, you just basically said, like, dude, people, and the revelation I had from that is we are in an age where people will fucking linger till they can finally fucking argue about something, till they can finally like fucking debate something and try to make you feel some type of way for you being a person, because people want that right now. That's all people want. Yeah. And I personally think overall, and even in relation to COVID, a lot of this is a phase because we're so new to social media. You do have so many Karens and Kevins now that are like adapting to social media, so many news outlets. And eventually, like, we're going to have to, there's a reason why news and media started declining before social media and started taking advantage of it. People find out that these people are really full of shit. People get annoyed of those people that try to like poke and wait and pray and attack on a negative situation for having a different opinion. And it's going to get old, and it's just not going to be sustainable. Yeah. Like, eventually we're going to have to find the humor in things again. Like, it's just going to have to happen. Like, this is not sustainable. We're not living a fucking sustainable world, because we're not all going to see eye to eye. Some people get so offended when somebody falls and hurts themselves because that's a very serious thing. And then you have guys like you and I who laugh at that because we find the humor in life, because it's fucking funny to watch some people eat shit from time to time. And then you worry if they're okay. But that's the world that we're in right now. So what can you do?
I don't know. Scary times.
Just wear your mask, right? Buy a giant fucking chicken off of Amazon. And for the listeners, Sharp bought a giant, what do they call it?
What do they call it? It's just a rubber chicken. It's just a screamer.
Screamer chicken, yeah. Like the ones that you seen on the video. Give it a little squeeze. Yeah, one of them chickens. So typically they're like what, maybe like 8 to 12 inches, and this one's what, like maybe 3 foot.
Yeah, this is like a good 3 feet. He screams for 45 seconds.
Yeah, the largest screaming chicken I've ever seen in my entire life. Maybe more people just need to buy a chicken like that.
It's always good to have a BBC around.
Yeah? Everybody needs to have a BBC in the house? All right, boss. We've been. I feel like we could talk about shit all the time, but
I feel like we've been talking for like 3 hours.
Yeah, it's actually 2. So I want to, because I can have you on here more. I can have you on here more for sure. We can talk about plenty of stuff. But I want to end this one off today. Keep everything kosher. What's the main platform right now for you? Just like I got all the socials plugged, but just like leaving it off. Where's the one where you'd like a lot of people to check out, because that's where you're creating the content?
I want everyone to go follow my second Twitter account. I made a new Twitter account. It's actually Donald Trump 2020 for the win.
Oh my God. Could you fucking imagine?
Nah, but I would just say my either my YouTube channel or my vlog channel. If you're trying to get to know me better, definitely my vlog channel.
I personally, outsider, I suggest the vlog channel. I will be honest. I don't really watch a lot of your main channel stuff. I watch the majority of your vlogs, like, in all honesty, and even so, to the point that Megan and I watch your vlogs even together. So from my content, if you guys like what I like his vlogs, because I don't know, it's interesting to see what somebody like you, well, your whole family. It's an interesting scenario, because she was and is an influencer who is becoming an entrepreneur behind the scenes, and it's cool seeing her get all crafty and stuff, and she's so talented with that stuff, and it's cool seeing that blossoming behind the scenes, and it's cool seeing like the transition from what you're doing. Like it's cool to see how you think, backtrack, like, I gotta get this video done, I gotta do this or do that. And so if you guys are interested in that, I would suggest the vlogs, but I'm gonna link them all in the video for the listeners on Spotify and Apple. You guys can go to BigE Live on YouTube, and you can click all the links on there. But yeah, I appreciate you coming out, dude. I'd love to have you on here more.
We should circle back around. If shit starts getting crazy, we can revisit some topics we talked about.
Yes, sir. Give it a month or two. I think we'll be able to correlate nicely. We'll see. I'm going to end it off on this. We'll see what election does. And let's have you back on around election time to see how things have changed. At the very least, probably have you on sooner. And we got to plan a visit with each other. But all right, I'm ending it off. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Sharp, appreciate you having.
Thank you for having me.
I was about to say that's the same thing. I said that.
Appreciate you for having me.
I appreciate you being on here. You're an absolute pleasure. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in.